Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is Ricardo, your friendly tech expert. Well, not really expert, but tech enthusiast from Block Tech Tips. All right. Today we're going to attempt to replace the hard drive on this HP laptop. It's a the specific model is a HP 15 and it's the 1003DX. So that's the 103 DX. Alright. Now things you'll need for this, you'll need a screwdriver, you'll need a prizing tool that comes with your phone sets, you'll need another type of screwdriver, flathead, and any small tip screwdriver that you can find, right? Let's say Phillips. Now, along with that, you'll need a replacement hard drive. We have here one here from Amazon. Right? You can see this is a Western Digital 1 terabyte. Now, what that happened here is that this hard drive went bad. In the interest of time, I've also pre-removed the screws. All right. So these are the screws that I have removed. I'll show you exactly where they came from. All right. Let's go. Now, your first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna remove all of these screws. All of these holes contain an individual screw. You're going to remove all of them. I'll show you each one. So one will go here. You'll remove this one, right? And you can also remove the back over here. Now, the key screw would be this one, and it's marked as being the one that's holding the keyboard in place, right? So make sure that one is removed. Also, you're going to remove the battery, all right? So make sure it's in an open position. This one is open now. And of course, you're gonna eject or remove the battery. Alright, put it aside. When you remove all the screws, it's gonna loosen the DVD drive. So you're gonna remove that as well, as the screws are clean. Alright. Make sure you check all the holes to ensure that you have removed all of them. You can remove the back cover. Here we have the RAM. And we have the Wi-Fi card. Now this one, unfortunately, is not an easy access, meaning that the hard drive is deep within the laptop, right? Now, key thing you want to aim for here too is you're going to look along here, and there are going to be 3 very small screws, right? They are different. They're not black as the regular, and they're actually silver. So make sure with this particular model, which is one of the newer models, that you look for these 3 screws here. They're directly beneath the hard drive when it's the DVD drive when it's removed. So you're going to remove them. You'll probably need a flatter tip screwdriver, right? And you're going to remove those. Put them aside, right? Once that is done, and you have removed all of those screws, you're going to turn over the laptop. Alright, this is the front of the HP 15. Alright, this tutorial also work with other HP models, and as I said, I've pre-removed the screws. Alright, now for this section here, what we're going to attempt to do is we're going to actually remove the keyboard. Now I've done this already, so what you're going to do is you're going to get something with a blunt tip. Make sure you use something with a very fine edge. Very fine tipped flathead screwdriver would work. Something much flatter than this, or something with just a blunt edge or a flat edge. Once you do that, you're gonna get in here and you're gonna actually slightly, there's some tabs beneath here, you're gonna actually loosen these tabs. Then you're gonna run this along here until the entire section here lifts. Once you do that, you're gonna lift this section out. Now it's gonna be attached to the board right around here. As I said, I've already removed it. Show you where it was attached. It was attached right here like this. Alright. And what you're going to do here is that there's a black tab. You're going to push it upwards. So you're going to use your finger, you're going to pry it up. That's up towards you, right? Or vertically, right? Direct up, and it's going to actually pop open. Now, most of these tabs actually have the black on this section, but for some reason, this model has it on the opposite side. So always aim for the black tab and lift it up. Once you lift it up, the ribbon cable will be loose, and you're going to actually move it out. Also, when you're lifting, make sure that you don't yank it up, as it's down in there very tightly. So you're going to take a little time, you're going to flip it over without lifting it too high, and then flip the tab up. Alright, once this is removed, this is the keyboard. So if you are doing a keyboard replacement or a hard drive replacement, this is where you'd actually replace the keyboard. Alright, I'm going to put this aside. Now, next, you're going to actually disconnect these. Now, these tabs are easy to open. Simply flip them up again. Alright, I've done that already. Now, next, there are several screws here. You're going to remove this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. Now, after doing that, you're going to actually take your forceps and you're going to actually pry it into the slips here, and you're going to actually fly the tabs coming around. Right now, the forceps is going to actually cause the clips that are holding this section to fly open. Then you're going to actually remove the upper section. Right, once you do that, since all the connections are disconnected, you're going to actually take this off. Alright, so here are the back over the touchpad and so on. I'm going to move this out of the way. And here we have the internals. Here you have the fan, you have the motherboard, and over here you have the hard drive, which is in the strike zone, which we're interested in getting to. You'll notice there's a cable in the way, so similar to before, we're going to actually flip this thing up. See that? Easy. You're going to remove the ribbon cable, and you're going to move this out of the way. Be careful not to damage this, alright? And here we have the hard drive. So what we're going to do now is simply remove this hard drive from its cage. To do that, we're going to remove first this header, and I'm going to remove it, right? I'm going to use the replacement over here to actually replace that. Alright, now if you're looking over here, you'll notice a section of the board. I've already removed it, but what you're going to do here is going to take your screwdriver again. There's a single screw right here. You're going to remove that single screw. Then you're going to carefully, right, with some assistance, lift this section up, and it's going to actually remove this USB header and this connection port here. You can move that out of the way. Now, once you have done that, you can actually get something here, and you can actually slightly lift the hard drive. Now, the hard drive will start to rise up out of its cage. Now, it's in a protective cage. And what you're going to actually do here is carefully, and you can lift this up, and then you actually remove. Alright, once you have done that and you have lifted up the hard drive, there's a slight bit of tape here. You're going to lift that up. Next, you're going to actually use your hands and carefully prise this section off, right, and remove it. Right. Once it gets off, you'll notice here, this is the connections on the drive. This is a SATA 2.5, form factor is 2.5, their bigger hard drives is 3.5, so this is a small laptop based hard drive, right? So when you're searching for a replacement, I'll put a link to the website where I'll show you where you can actually pick up this type of hard drives. Alright, now if you notice here, it's inside of a hard drive cage. What you're going to do is you're going to unscrew these two screws. Alright, once you remove those two screws, we're going to actually replace or put this cage onto the new hard drive. Alright, so I'm just going to remove these screws. Might cut out some of this in the interest of time again. Alright. Once I've done that, this section will just peel right off. And this is the actual cage. Right? So one side. Alright, so I'm finished removing the screws. So here you go. You know, this is a plastic film with a backing for the laptop hard drive. So this is the damaged one. I'm gonna get rid of this. Over here, I have the new hard drive. So I'm just gonna take this. That was a 750. This is a 1 terabyte or 1,250 gigs. Right? Here you have your anti-static bag or shield. So tear the tab, brand new. Alright. Once you do that, just move this thing. Now I'm going to carefully orient this one. Now you notice the connections are the same. Alright. Basically. Alright. So here it's the same brand, Western Digital. You can use any brand, doesn't really matter. All has to do with what you prefer. So I'm going to put this back into its cage. Careful, remember it's mechanical and you don't want to cause any unnecessary shocks. So what I'm going to do is screw this back together. I'm going to put this back into the laptop and do whatever I did before in reverse. Alright? Alright, so as I said before, I've now replaced, notice everything's back in its proper rightful place. The old one is out. Alright, I'm going to open this up. Alright, so I'm just going to do everything in reverse. For this part, I'll skip out the more boring aspects. Make sure this is aligned. See, snaps right in. Gonna slide it right back into its cage. Alright, once it's inside of its cage, what you're gonna do next is that you're gonna actually make sure it's snug and make sure this connection is out of the way. You're gonna basically put this back into place and you're gonna screw it in right here, make the connection to the board. Alright, the laptop hard drive is in. I've reconnected. I've placed the screw. Now the screw is back in. I've also reattached it over here. That's why placing it back in and flipping the lid down, make sure it's snug. Alright, now I'm gonna actually back over here and I'm gonna replace the top. Alright, so fit right on, and once you set this back in place, all you're gonna do here now is simply, you have to look here where it is, then you snap the levers down to do the same thing, and once I'm sure of it, I'm going to snap down the covers, and then I'm going to replace the screws here, 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 and here. Alright, so we have already replaced the screws. Notice the screws are back in. Right, all the essential ones. I've left out this one. This one's not supposed to be screwed in, so all of the holes are marked with M2.5 X3. Alright, here's the keyboard. I'm going to replace it. Make sure it's oriented correctly. For example, this is not oriented correctly. Space key at the base. You're going to slide this down in the base here. Now it's going to be difficult to see. I'll try to angle it as best as possible. Alright. Now I'm going to slide this back into its tab. Make sure it's all the way in. Alright. That's fine. As long as this ribbon is not damaged, it should be good. And you're going to push this tab down. Notice it's up now. Alright. Push it down. It's kind of firm. Alright, once it's done, should be snug. You can tug on this a little bit. Should be even. Alright. That's it. It's not in. What I'm going to do now is actually set this back at the base here, and then you're going to push this down. It should snap back into place. Alright, once you do that, we're going to flip over and we're going to replace the screws. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to make sure it's flush, and you're going to snap these back in. You get them snap back in. The mechanisms are very lucky. Make sure it's flush. Alright. See, now we're finished with this section. I'll close this down. Flip back over to the back cover. Alright. Now this time you can actually slide in back the DVD drive. There you go. You can even replace the battery. So make sure you don't press the power button. Here we go. Mechanism is locked, and locking the battery. There we go. And we can snap on the back cover. Alright, so what we're going to do here now is just the final step. I have to show you this boring part. We're actually going to take the screws and we're going to put back each screw into each hole. Right, and once we do that and this is secured, we can flip over and then power back on the unit, then reinstall Windows, and that should be it. Remember, this video can be used to show you how to replace any part, including how to replace the DVD drive, the RAM, right, the keyboard, and the laptop hard drive. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. and you guys have been great. Please remember to check out the website for the links so you can buy the hard drive and so on. Alright, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and as always, you can share this video. Alright, this is Ricardo signing out from Blog Tech Tips. Bye guys.